Greetings, Warrior fans, and happy Thanksgiving. I'm Sports Information Director Mike Stetson. I want to thank you for joining us for this week's edition of the Warrior Weekly Show. It's basketball season, and with Thanksgiving here, the Warrior men's basketball team is hosting a slew of games this week. So we're going to sit down with head coach Nigel Jenkins, who just recorded career victory number 100 with the Warriors, and talk about this weekend's games, as the men host Dort Friday at 5 o'clock, and then they host Doane on Saturday at 3 o'clock here at the Hanson Fieldhouse. Thanks for joining us, and now it's time for the Warrior Weekly Show. Happy Thanksgiving, fans. Thank you for joining us this week. We are joined by head men's basketball coach Nigel Jenkins. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, not a problem.
It's a busy time of year for you guys. You just got off the road for 3 big exhibition games, and then this week 3 more. I think it's about, 9-10 games in about a 2.5-3 week stretch.
Yep.
Very busy time.
Yeah, I like to try to test our guys early. A lot of it's more mental than physical for our guys, and for the most part, I think we're doing okay. Last week that's a brutal schedule. Even the NSIC teams, they're like, man, dude, you're crazy. But it's fun. Our guys enjoy going to those places and playing because obviously we don't get to play in those type of arenas on a regular basis. So. It's a good learning experience, and hopefully, we can take what we learned there and carry it over when we start playing in the high schools.
Talk about some of those exhibition games. People look at the score and they don't necessarily gather the same kind of information that you do from those outcomes. What is it that you guys benefit the most from on games like that and testing yourself against teams like that?
Well, a lot of times we try different stuff. At some point in the game, we'll try different types of offense, different type of defenses, just to see what it looks like. We've done them in practice before, but we're like, you know what, this would be a good time to try this. Let's see what happens. And then also, just from a competition and toughness standpoint, I tell our guys, the biggest thing, I need you to compete and don't back down. What if we were at a YMCA right now and they walked in with no jersey on, how would you play? You don't know. So you don't know what level they're at or whatever. You just go out and you just play. So we try to do that, and also looking at some of our bench guys who don't play as much, kind of see what they do in different circumstances. So it's a lot of trial and error that goes on, and we've had, each game had its moments where we're like, man, we look pretty good, and then all of a sudden the wheels fall off for whatever reason. But it is what it is.
You say that, and that's completely true when you do look at the games. It seems like each one of those games there was a half, not just a stretch of 5 or 10 minutes, but a full half where you guys were winning the half or competitive within a couple points. So that's got to be a good thing to know that, for long stretches of time, you can be competitive with some top level teams.
Yeah, I was proud of our guys. We had moments where we started out with a lead, and the other team would take it away, and they'll keep it for a while. Then all of a sudden, we come back and take it away again. And so we've had quite a few different lead changes and whatnot. And the game of basketball is 40 minutes though, and we're always trying to put it together. And I thought Saturday's game against Winona State, it came together, especially in that first half. That was an extremely competitive half. And then the second half, we were playing solid defense for a while, but the ball just would never go in the basket for us, and again, the wheels fall off. But it's just one of those things that we try to learn from and try to put it together, and hopefully this week we'll be able to put together a good 40.
Talk about this weekend. Friday, you have Dort again, a chance to avenge the early season loss, and then Doane on Saturday. You obviously know Dort. How much does that help going into Friday's game?
Good and bad. I'll tell you why, because they are playing extremely well right now. It's a team, I literally just told our guys this, they don't stop. They keep coming. They had a 20-point, they were down 20 at Dakota Wesleyan, who's, I think they're ranked 16th in the country, and Dort came back and won by 2. They were down last night at Dakota State in double digits, and they came back and won by 5 or 6. I mean, those kids, they just keep playing hard. And they're playing a couple of guys who are playing one in particular who did not play against us the first time. They got a different starting lineup, but they are playing extremely well. I know we've gotten better since we played them, and they definitely have gotten better. So this is going to be one heck of a game on Friday. Doane is a team that is extremely dangerous. If you look at their record and think that this is going to be an easy win, you are sadly mistaken. They played a pretty tough schedule, and it's a team that's receiving votes for the top 25 preseason poll. They brought a lot back. Just for whatever reason, they're just not finishing games off. And that's going to be another grinded out type of battle too. So we got 2 really tough opponents coming in here, and we just got to buckle down and play our best ball.
Talk a little bit about what you've seen from your team this season. Some different guys leading the way. I think Brady has been one of the top rebounders for you guys, which is a surprise to have your point guard there. And a nice surprise on Monday night, Gabby, a career high. It had to be nice to see him touching the ball almost every time down the floor and really establishing himself.
Yeah, Brady's, with the experience that he has, he's a 2-year starter, and he knows that if there's something that we're lacking, Brady will go and clean it up. And he knows that's something. I try to tell our guards, look, we're trying to get 5 rebounds apiece. If you guys go get 5, our 4s and 5s, they'll get theirs at some point. But from a guard standpoint, if you get 5, and I think he's kind of made it a goal to make sure he's always up there in the rebounding category. And he's been pretty consistent throughout. Gabby, I've been kind of waiting for this. Now it's a matter of can he be consistent and be that big threat that he is. He's 7'3", man. You can't teach that. So, he had a great game. He actually started against Winona. He had great looks. He did some good things in that game, including multiple blocks, whatever the case may be. But he's a big presence, and if he comes along well with our guard play playing as well as it is, the season could be pretty bright for us. But we got to get better, no question. Defensively, we're holding most teams to that 70-75 range, and that gives us a chance to win if we can do that. So, we got a little ways to go. I like where we're going, though. We're close.
You mentioned getting better. The defense is strong. The shot's not going in seems to be the biggest issue. We've seen some, 5, 6, 7-minute droughts in the early season. And then you talked about Winona State, that game in the second half, the shots don't fall. Obviously, if you knew how to fix it, it probably wouldn't be happening. But what do you think is going to be the difference in making that shot making improve?
Post play. When in doubt, get the ball inside. That's why if Gabby, if he can stay consistent, you can shoot jumpers all day. If they're not falling, well, what do? You got a 7'3" kid that you can pound it into. Now, with that said, coach got to actually call a play to get the ball to the big guy. So you got to get the ball inside, got to get to the free throw line a little bit. And sometimes it takes just that to see the ball go through the net a couple of times before you get your confidence back. But if Gabby's consistent, Khalid Manny, he's the same way. He can do some good things around the basket. Octavius Large, they all can provide things in their own little ways. But they're crucial to our offense. And if we can't get post play, then that makes it a little tougher.
Appreciate you joining us, Coach. I know you guys got practice. We got to get ready for the weekend. No Thanksgiving break for you guys. You guys get a busy week. I want to remind you, fans, you got nothing to do this week. There's no work going on. Skip Black Friday or hit Black Friday and then come to the game. It doesn't matter to us. 5 o'clock tip-off Friday night. The guys host Dort. 3 o'clock tip-off Saturday. The guys host Doane. And I think it's the last time anybody gets to see you on the home court until next year, literally next year. So this is your last chance to cheer the Warriors on to victory. So come out, enjoy the Thanksgiving weekend with your Warriors.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.